Los Angeles Rams. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
198. Watch 98. 98's Mike. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Murray trying again after the pick 6. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw.
Let's go. What's that? 19. 54 Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Check, 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 check. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Gurley again here on first down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 13. Check. Line him up. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Joker, 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 joker. Slam, slam, slam. Check. Line him up.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
He's checking crap. Alert 3, alert 3. 54. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Go, go. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Switch.
They're running with Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check 49, check 49. Check 3, check 3. Kill, kill, kill. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Check 37, check 37. Showing it, showing it. Check your hot read.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Looking deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Back. Check. Lucky. 36.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Alert! 54, Mike. 54, boom. 54,
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Matt Judon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brings up 4th and goal.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey. 4 down. Check it back. Check. Fresh down. Check 9. Got it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And some space here. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
SOS.
Now Saquon Barkley, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
That's it. Hey, ready. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the long shot.
On 2nd and 15 now. Murray. James has got it. Complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Hatchet. Check 26. Out.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
What's that? 19. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, alert. 54, right there.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Matt Judon in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
3 down. 54's Mike.
After the sack on 1st down, Watson throwing right, and that's complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Mike's by 4. There's a party now. 54's down. He's coming. Check Mike 54.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Watch the screen.
Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This is fielded at the 27. ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Hey, alert 3. He's coming. Tighten up.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. And Isabella with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines.
The Rams take over.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 22-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, we got to snap it. Hey, watch the ball. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Let's go.
from the gun. Here's Watson being chased out left. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
54, right there, 54 Mike.
And no time now, let's go!
Out of the gun, Watson. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 43. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. One more truck. 98 to Mike. Bring it. Bring it.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taywan Taylor as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool the...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On second down, here's Barkley. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here's Watson operating from the gun. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They'll run with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Barkley. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check 99. Check 99. Hey, check 20.
Here's another of the Cardinal backs. This is David Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and through. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Stop your whining.
Back to the air on second down. It's Murray. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 yards there and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He'll get it up the middle, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys continue to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Watson now on 3rd down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Watson to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
A first down carry for Barkley. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
on 2nd and 7. Murray, he finds Taylor, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Go, go, go. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Now it's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.